just got to the campsite. Happy days. Just starting 2-week session. Just getting, that's only after bait. I've got another batch in the back. Yeah. So there should be, I think there's 5 more bags in the back. So it should last 2 weeks. If not, go down the shop, get some more. Depends how the fishing goes. So yeah, span round, marker, I don't know if you can see it between the trees. Markers out there. I don't know exactly the distance, but that's 25 feet. Drops down to 25, and it don't go much more than 27 at about 150. So I don't think it's worth going any further than that. Let's see. Baited up, loads of bait, 10 kilos of range cube and 5 kilos of corn out there. I put out there about an hour ago. So yeah, so that'll start anyway, see what happens. There's my rod rest down in the centre of the picture. Rod's on the floor, not set up yet. Boat's behind that tree hiding. Yeah, so there's the bank. So yeah, just getting the stuff ready there, as you can see. Go in now, all the tackle, it's just bombarded. Loads of food. Everything all up and loaded. Ready for the sesh. TV. I'm going to sign out and sign back in when something to report. Tight lines, boys. Didn't weigh it. It's probably 19, maybe 20 pound. That's only a baby, but 37 pound buff along the bank come on. So there's a few fish around still, but I'm just showing you these because I'm struggling a little bit on the old fish at the minute, but they will come. It's got a nice colour tail on that one. It's just a little scraper 20. That's for like 4 commons basically. I ain't had a buff yet out here. Just 4 commons, but time will prevail. Happy days. It's been really hot, 28 degrees, absolutely scorching hot. Don't know how big it is, I ain't weighed it, might be a scraper 30, doesn't matter. Look at that though, Buffy, let's get toughy. Woohoo! There's a little low 20 buff male, rough as hell, so they're getting ready for spawning. The water's 74 degrees now and warming up. 28 degrees in the daytime, air temperature. And the water's warm, so they're moving along close in now. We're getting them probably like 50 yards out, which is like shocking me really, but we've had them up to 49 close in. So look at that. That's only a little bubba. Well, I thought I'd show you because that's the target fish. This is what I want to target, is the buffs. Here we go after a very slow little trip for me, but good for the boys up the bank here. But this is the buff that I was after out of this lake. It's just done me record and it's 57.4. And look at that, 57. Oh, she's heavy. 57.4. Hey, on the old main line fruit teller. Look at that. It's just done me PB of 51 on my last trip here. Same spot, but this is the biggest one. Look at that. First 50 of the trip, and hopefully another 1 or 2 will come along this way. Look at that. There we go, PB out of this lake, and me 7th over 50 with a couple of 60s, but this is 57.4 record out of this lake, which I was trying to beat 51, which I was having a hard time, and then this little girl comes along. She comes along, and then 57.4. That's what you want. The old fruit teller main line. Oh, she's heavy. Fruit teller main line done it on a CCH pack. Look at that. Top dog. Well, here we go. Another one. It's the dust on the mainline baits again. Tiger nut soaked in mainline fruit teller, and this 54.4 comes along after the 57. Look at that, 250s in about 40 odd minutes. Look at that. Everywhere we go, you get on the mainline. Oh, look at this girl. Go. Little scraper 30, a little bubby trubby, 2 commons, lost 1, and 4 buffs. And that's what I'm here for, to catch the buffs, not the carp. But there we go, look at that. On the old fruit tailor, main line again, soaked up over tigers with the CCH pack, fishing at very extreme close range. That's the secret squirrel in this swim at the minute. It's where they all are. We sussed it out. Look at that. Let's have it. Tonight I had a couple of commons, small commons. I don't know if I'll put them on here or not. I'm not sure. It's been a bit hectic. Other 40s have been out and 30s have been out and whatever. But another little present is come along, and it's the 3rd 50. This one's 52. There she goes. There's the 52. That's the 3rd 50, and it's starting to get dark in the afternoon here. They're just coming out. They're just coming on like trains now. I think that's the 4th buff. The smallest one's £30, as you can see on the video, and the other 3 have been 50s to 57.8. And look at that, and a couple of small commons. It's been 26 commons, 44 buffs coming out in the last hour as well. Look at that. Woohoo! Dark behind me, and I've got to put this one on video to show you, because it's another nifty 51 pound, and I just had a little common, an upper double common. We had to get rid of it, obviously. She's been in the bag a little bit, so she might be lively. There you go, 51 pound, full 50 today. Look at that, and a 31 buff and 3 commons. I think I had 3 and lost a common. Look at that, 51. Look at that. All on the old main line, fruit teller, dipped up, tigers, CCH mix. Go guys, middle of the night, 32 pound buff. Look at that. I thought I'd just show you. I'm going to slip it back, get my head down, because I'm absolutely shattered. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Happy days. Well guys, it's I don't know what time it is actually. I was asleep, but I had that 31 pound buff that you see
on the video just behind this little clip here, and I've got a common and another buff, so I had 3 on the for one on one and then 2 on the bounce. I had 2 takes at once and I've got them both in, and this one's a common. Here we go. This one, I ain't weighed it, it's probably about 27 pounds, something like that. Look at that, pristine, hey? 27 pound, and the buff I don't know yet. I'm going to sort that buff out, get her on video. Hey, I'll be back in a minute. It's the 5th 50 in 24 hours, 50 pound dead on the mainline fruit teller. Look at that, after an hectic night as well. A few smaller ones to 40, low 40s, but look at that. Woohoo, happy days. Just come back from town, 37 pound, first take in the first hour. Had a bit of Mexican food, the boys treated me. Happy days, bit more food, bit of a break, bit of a shower. Now we're all up strong, ready for tonight and next 2 or 3 days, see what comes out. Look at that. Looks like she's been spawning a little bit. She's dropped a bit of weight and got a couple of knocks on her, but they're all welcoming. Laters. Hey guys, 1:30 in the morning. Yesterday morning I had a load of fish at this time. It went crazy. I didn't sleep properly. My second night I ain't sleeping properly. I don't know if you can hear the rain on the van and the camera shaking. We've got a massive storm system. We've all prepared for it. Everyone in the park is like shut down and whatever. The wind's now coming this way, hitting the back of the van. It was going this way, but it's coming this way. 40 mile/hour winds, loads of rain. I don't know if you can hear it on the van, but I thought I'd just check in, let you know, because it just woke me up. So just checked outside, everything's cool. I'm signing out. I'll see you in the morning. Take 2. This is 49. Late evening. We had 6 commons earlier, small commons. Well, up to about 27 pound, but there's the buff we're after. 49. Happy days. Let's go and get some more of these little buffs. Oh, I'm getting a few bleeps. I just had another one. Sort of, I don't know, 40 minutes after the 49. This one's 45. Oh, they're a bit lively. They're a bit lively. Well, this one's straight. Take 2. Nope, he won't let me lift her. Yeah, there's a 45 straight after the 49. There's 2 buffs in a row. Getting a few bleeps, few cats, bits and pieces going on, but I thought it was a cat, but look at this. He just come sailing on the old fruit teller, tiger nut. Happy days.
Well, bit of breakfast time, guys. Bit of scrambled, bit of gear. Got all the gear here, look. Someone's got to eat. The fish have just slowed down a little bit now, the buff, so it's time for us to get a bit of scran in us. Happy days. So 41 pound buff. Just cast out about 2 hours ago. Bit of baiting up, bit of echo. There we go. Happy days. When the old sunrise, I had a 32 buff about an hour ago. Lost a half decent, felt half decent buff, but there you go. Look at the yellow on its tail. It's a nice spawned up common. Didn't weigh it, probably about 24 pound, something like that. Morning to you anglers. Just a low 20, but it's been hectic this morning. Cats, and carp. The old buff seem to be hanging out there a bit and not coming in yet, but time will prevail. Quite a few little carp to 23 pound, and then the target fish comes across in the old sun. If I can get it, he just keeps flipping on me. This is 41 pound. Oh, no, it won't have it. Take 5. Take 6. And there she goes, target fish, 41 pound. Look at that. 41 pound buff. Loads of carp, loads of cats, which I don't want. But look at that. Look at the old girl. A couple of buffs lost. One buff in the night, as you see on the vid. But this one's the biggest so far in this little session here. 41 pound on the nose. Look at that. Unreal. What a day. What a day. That's long. It's a long fish, that one. And the old single tiger, fruit teller dip, get on the main line. This one at the 3 this morning, 43 on the nose. Look at that. There's been a upper 40 on the bank as well, and someone else has got one in the bag as well. So it's all buffing off, as they say. Look at that. Let's get this girl back and see if we can get amongst some of the bigger ones, even though this is a nice fish. 50 pound 4 ounce. Look, but if I can get you round, it is so fat and so wide on its back. It's got to be 10, 11 inches wide across the shoulders. It's just one big dense buffalo. Look at that. Late morning, 50 pound 4. It's been a good morning for the old buffs at the moment, after a couple of slow days. Look at that. Just trying to get you to see how wide this girl is. Look at that. I mean, that is so chunky. for a small frame fish, but so chunky. That's where the width is. Look at that. They're starting to move in, the old girls. Look, there she goes. Well, there we go, just after the 50. Another little 54 pounder. It's just unreal. The fishing is unreal. I think this is the 7th or 8th 50 I've had in a week and 2 days in the same swim. There's been a couple of other 50s on the bank through the week. A load of 49s, 48s come out today and things like that, you know. But we're just trying to wait for the 60. If we get a 60, that's what we want. But we're settled with these. Oh, there we go. There's a 54. 54 on the nose. Bit of a mainline fruit teller hook bait with a CCH added mix. What we mixed up this morning just for something different, and it just seems to be paying off again. Look at that. 54 Buffalo Soldier. Look at that. 32 pound PB out of this lake. 31.8 was my last one. Look at that. First common this morning after a little string of 50s and a 40 and a couple of 30s. Look at that. That is one long big battle on the Raptor boat in 20 foot of water. Upper 30, not too bad, but there's a massive fish. Lake Record just come out next door, one of our friends, 63 dead on. He's just taking a picture now, see if we can get it on video for you. Laters. Yeah, look at that, 63 pound, that's Lake Record at the moment. It could be bigger, but that will do. All right. Look at that. I've got to go down my back. Hold it a little higher. Go higher. Look at that. That is one thick, wide fish. Look at that. Look at that thing. Got a 20 odd common, didn't weigh it. Look at that. What a battle off the boat though. I had a little battle there. Bit of fun. Look at that. Happy days. Right guys, done a bit of echoing earlier on. Gary boshed a 30 pound buff on my rods. Come back, rod screams off. Lucky little bugger. It's just gone and done a 59.8. I don't know if she's been in the bag a little bit for a little bit of time, so I don't know how she'll hang in there when I lift her. But God. No. There she is. 59 pound 8. Look at that, CCH mix, mainline, fruit teller, dipped in tiger nuts as a hook bait, soaked up in it. Look at that, 59 pound 8 ounce. It's one of my biggest ones out of this lake. Look at that. 3 fish this today, between us over 55 pound. Look at that. Oh. Hi guys, morning. It's what is it today? Thursday, yeah, Thursday. So it's been a week and just over half. We're leaving Sunday. So yes, today at the moment, fishing slow. Normally we've had 3 or 4, but we've had 3 commons, I think, the boys. And this is the first buff at the moment. The odd buff is rolling out there, but not loads. But this girl is a small frame fish, but it is so thick to its wrist. It's unreal. It's definitely the fattest one I've had for the size. And she went 50 pound 8 ounce. So I'm quite chuffed with the size, but Normally they're bigger frame fish, but this is so wide. This is 50 pound, 8 ounce. Look, it's gonna be quite hard, but to see her. Look how wide she is. Look how wide she is on the belly. She's unreal. Look at that. There, boys. 50 pound 8. That's for 14 over 50 pound in just over a week and a half from this bank. Look at that. Happy days. I'm gonna put some bait out while we're on the big old range cubes. They love it, the old buffs love it. Let's go round, you'll probably see the marker. I'll just spin the boat round. See the marker there at the background? Just behind me there. Went about markers in 19, 20, and then I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it in about 18 foot, yeah. Let's go up against the wind so I can drift back. Make it easier to film and see the bait going out. These range cubes, I don't know what's in it, but there's like a lot of minerals, a lot of proteins for animals, yeah, treat. And it's got like a load of molasses in it. They love the old molasses. Don't any animal or even human like sugar, yeah. See the old stick there, with the old Ridge Monkey light on. Lights up at night, I can get them accurate casting then. Try and get lines this way to make it easier to get your walk baits on top of it. And there you go, bit of baiting up. How about that long skinny common? Look at that, fighting machine. You go up a 20, The commons are in now and the buffs. There's the odd buff showing, but I don't seem to be having it in a minute. Just all the commons are moved in. Push the buffs away probably. Or the buffs are left and the commons can get to the bait. Look at that. It's an upper 20, so it's not too sad. £32. You can't sniff at a wild 30. Look how long that was the best battle I've ever had in Texas, I think, for the size of what I've actually got. Look at that. This thing, look at the towel on it. Jesus, it's like a barbel. That just absolutely melted. Must have took 60 yards straight off the spool. Under pressure, 85 pound braid, couldn't stop it, absolutely gone. But look at it, just a long fight machine. They fight so hard in here. Right guys, just thought I'd just have a little walk down here, look, show ya. Bit of top fishing out there, boys. And there's always a boat coming by, there's always a boat. It's coming up there. Anyway, I'm going to try and let this boat go by. But yeah, so we got, what is it today? It's Friday tomorrow. We're going Sunday morning, so we've got a couple of days left. So basically, we're not really got much time to play with now. We've done exactly what we wanted and 50 times over, pardon the pun, with the amount of 50s that are on this video. So fished to 63, 59 and 8, 59 8 at the moment. I think there's been 13 or 14 over 50, 330 commons to 38, loads of 40s and 40s and 30s, like buffs, loads. I mean, we must be 55 to 60 30s and 40 pound buffs, quite a few 20s as well actually, like, you know, sort of the lowest sort of really 18, 19 up to about, you know, obviously up to about 28 pounds. So we had a few of them, but majority of them I'd say were in the 30s I'd say. The majority of the bites and the fish and the buffs were in the 30s to high 30s, with quite a few 40s. We had a few 48, 49s thrown in as well. And I think we had 3 49 8s, so they were close to 50 as well. But we've still got 2 days to go, so you never know. You know, it takes one take just to crack that superior fish out, obviously. Yeah, what can I say? I think we've gone through over 600 kilos of bait, all different types of bait, obviously. Mainline, say the mainline fruit teller, tiger nuts, soaked up, caught all the fish basically, we're all on them. So yeah, shout out for them guys. Good bit of scran bait for the old carp and buff, so look up your old mainline stockids because they love it, absolutely love it. Especially if it's on, I mean, for this lake, you could use boilies anywhere else, like Dalwallow and that. But here, there's so much cats, like Texas is full of catfish, drive you nuts. So we use tigers, so I soak them up like, well, some of mine are about 4 or 5 years old, soaked up tigers in fruit cellar. As you can see the old boat there, look, there it is. Going out, there's so many boats. There's a boat launched just here anyway. Yeah, getting back to it. Yeah, so the hook baits are all tiger soaked in fruit cellar mainline, and then the pack is CCH pack mix that I use on the St. Lawrence. So same recipe basically, a couple of little tweaks to it, but just personal stuff because we're using range cubes. So we played with the range cube side of it, so we helped with the range cubes into the pack, so just to sort of blend it a bit. Yeah, can't fault the place, can't fault Texas. I mean, had a massive hits of fish in three lakes I've done extremely well. 2 of them obviously amazing, and this last session has just been crazy, absolutely just blown to pieces really. Yeah, I was looking to out of this lake I was looking for a 60, but my mate had the 60 and I had the 59.8, so again still got 2 days, so we never know, but I'm well happy with what I've had. I've had 3 over 55 pound as well, 57, 55 and a half, a 55, and all the way down, right down to 18 pound basically. Yeah, just crazy, absolute nuts fishing. Dream, it's a dream. It's basically 2 weeks of dream. I don't think I'm going to match this again. I can't see it, I just can't see it, but it's just, today was slow. I had a 50 today. Fish just jumped there. I had a 50 today. I think there's been a couple of low, a scrape before, a 40 and a 30 buff. And that was it. 3 buffs, which is slow. I had a 30 common. I think I've had 9, but they're mainly commons. A couple of teams only had 1 or 2 bites today, so it's been very hard. Yesterday was slowing down, and today was absolutely dead as a dodo. So there you go. So anyway, I'm going to sign off.